I think it's high time that we finally do a full walkthrough of my FrankenWave, as I call it. This is a Leatherman Wave that has undergone quite a lot of testing for different modifications and parts, and thought it might be interesting just to show a little bit of insight into my testing process for products that get launched on MultiPartsStore.com. So first of all, it is a pretty standard wave. It's got the standard plier head. I did try and do some plier head covers. I can show you here on my Leatherman curl, but these pliers are a little bit narrower. And if I put them onto the wave, you'll see that it does not cooperate. Whoops. And I did try making them fit the wave, another version, but the pliers just sit a little bit closer to the frame, and so in order to have enough thickness in the this is TPU, 3D printed TPU, just never quite worked. So that was a disappointment, but that was some testing that this went under. You'll see pretty quickly we do have some thumb bars. These are currently available, and as they are selling out, we are working on a version 2. These are 3D printed resin, which gives them a really, really nice finish. However, they are prone to cracking. This was an attempt at a slightly stronger resin, slightly less brittle resin, I should say. And we did come to a third material that we're testing out currently as we speak. So hopefully version 2 of those will be out very, very soon. Let's see, inside, I think the exterior tools are all standard, right? That's still a saw. Yep. Okay. Nothing crazy there. Inside, we've got the scissors still and the large flat driver. That's standard. But we also have this is resin printed just as a test for fitment. And it is a Stubby awl that we were looking at producing. And if you guys see anything here that you want to see produced, let me know. You know, the demand will determine whether we follow through with figuring out production on these. This was just 3D printed to test the size, but the idea was that we could have these Stubby awls created that perfectly fit in the slot for the micro driver, which I think is something a lot of people would see. And if you can see inside there, let me grab a spudger to point. There's this little tab that is in all Leatherman Waves, and a standard awl would run into that. So you'd either have to break that tab off or do something with your awl. The thickness is also not perfectly matched. So I thought, why not offer one that is purpose built to fit in that space? And that was what we came up with. Just needs to be finalized, I guess. It does function perfectly well. On the other side, I've got a full 1/4-inch bit driver. This is courtesy of Metro Grade Goods. Bought that off of their Shapeways store. Rest in peace. I see now Shapeways is back up and running, but they do not have the storefront capability anymore. So that's another one that kind of I'd love to bring back to market if I can get in touch with the original creator and license that design. This was the wave that we tested our pick tools on, and you can see there that is one of our slim picks, and that is, yeah, that's how we tested it on here. Got a couple different, you know, geometry designs and made sure that it goes in and out smooth. And then finally, I think, yes, this is the last little bit. You'll see here we have, first of all, on that screw is a spacer that keeps it locked in place when these end caps are off. But these end caps, which are on either side, they're close to, yeah, they're close to working. And what these will do, if I can find a bit, do I have any handy? That's the question. I'm not seeing any in my drawers. Huh. Let me, you know what? I have the new Galvanox bit kit. So what these end caps will do is retain a eyeglass screwdriver because if you replace the eyeglass screwdriver with an awl, you want a way to continue to drive the eyeglass screwdrivers. Now, I don't think this is seating in all the way, but it will give you an idea of how that is supposed to work. That would ride like so, and then it would tuck away into the end cap of this. This is 3D printed aluminum, I believe. We were able to get everything working for the most part. It needs a little bit of refinement there in the tolerances, but I have not gone the extra step to figure out bit retention. So right now that's just slipped in there. You would need probably a magnet or some kind of a detent to hold that in place. But those are the pieces on the FrankenWave. Like I said, if you guys want to see any of these brought to market, let me know. If there's enough demand, I mean, most of these designs could probably be pushed through production. We just got to overcome a few hurdles. And yeah, that's my probably my most modded tool. Even though it's not as functional as some other tools because so many things are works in progress. But this has been with me for a while and really enjoyed tweaking on that. And yeah, I guess that's it. Thanks for watching, guys.